For some reason, there has been a lot of buzz around calorie in and calorie out lately. I've seen so many people saying that calorie in and calorie out is a myth, while a lot of them say that it's not. So let's find out the actual truth. Hi my beautiful besties, I hope you're doing amazing. This cozy corner of YouTube was expecting you and I'm so glad that you're here. See, no matter what you say, if it works for you or if it does not work for you, calorie in and calorie out is the magic mantra. But wait, before you click away, hear me out. I can absolutely understand that you might be trying really hard to be in a calorie deficit, but still not seeing a difference in your weight. It can obviously be very frustrating, leading you to believe that calorie in and calorie out is a myth. So let's see, where does this whole situation actually stems from. What calorie in and calorie out basically means is if the amount of calories that you are taking in is less than the number of calories that you are burning, you will lose weight. So let's talk about the factors that actually affect your weight loss. First of all, exercise. The amount of physical activity that you do intentionally to lose fat. Secondly, your basal metabolic rate. Then the physical activity that you do without the intention of losing weight, like cleaning, cooking, and even the quantity of sleep that you have. Talking about the basal metabolic rate, it is the amount of calories that you burn throughout the day by doing absolutely nothing, which means that you are just simply existing and the calories are being burned. This is the exact amount of calories that your body needs to function, and it is very easy to calculate online. But here's the catch. What we do is that we calculate our BMR online, which gives us an estimate of how much calories we need per day, and then we decide what our deficit is going to look like. Now, the problem here is that these BMR calculators might not be 100% accurate. Let's say it tells you that you need to consume 1800 calories per day, but in reality, you need maybe 1750 calories. Now, since you're going by your BMR calculator, you might decide that you just want to be in a 100 calorie deficit. So you start eating 1700 calories per day, which in reality is just a 50 calorie deficit, which honestly I think is the smaller part of the problem. The bigger part of the problem is that we often underestimate the amount of calories that we take per day. And it is a much more common problem that you might think. Any calorie calculator online is not 100% accurate. And sometimes it might not be even telling you the calories for the same exact food that you had. Maybe the ingredients in your food were slightly different. Maybe you added just a little bit more oil. Small things like this can make a huge difference. For instance, 1 tablespoon of oil has approximately 120 calories depending upon the oil that you use, but it's still somewhere around this range. Maybe the calorie calculator that you used is telling you the calories in the food assuming that you used 1 tablespoon of oil, but in reality you actually used 2, which leads to a difference of 100 to 120 calories. And just like that, your 100 calorie deficit is out the window. So calorie calculation is actually a very tricky thing, and you need to be very careful while calculating your calories. And you know what? A lot of times it's not even the actual food. It's the spreading that you used or the toppings that you use that can cause you to go in a surplus. If you're really trying to lose weight and stay healthy, you will have to be very conscious of the spreadings or toppings that you use. You don't have to completely stop using them, but you can make some conscious, smart swaps. That being said, you also need to remember that some people might have a fast metabolism and some might have a slow one. And there can be a few reasons for that. And first of all, it could simply be genetic and you can't do anything about it. But remember, genetics is just a part of you. The other part is your lifestyle, and you can make some really big changes in that. If you tend to sit down a lot or just lay around, I would suggest that you get up and start moving. The best way, in my opinion, to boost your metabolism is by building up some muscles. That's exactly how I fixed my metabolism. You see, you need more calories to sustain muscle than fat. So if you have a higher muscle mass, you will naturally burn more calories as compared to a person who has a low muscle mass. Now, the last factor that I would like to discuss with you is my personal favorite, and that is sleep. I personally feel that sleep is the most underrated thing when it comes to weight loss. We work on our exercise, we take care of our diets, we drink plenty of water. But one thing that we often tend to neglect is the quality and quantity of our sleep. And the thing is, researchers have repeatedly shown that a person who is sleep deprived for a long period of time tends to lose a lot less fat. Look, sleep is very crucial to help us maintain our hormonal balance. If you don't have proper sleep, first of all, you will feel tired throughout the day, automatically reducing your productivity. On top of that, it can cause some severe hormonal disbalance, which will mess up your metabolism. So please, if you're not taking enough sleep, please fix your sleeping schedule. Please start taking proper sleep. It will help you a lot. After all that discussion, I hope you realize that being in a calorie deficit is much more than just simply exercising. There are way too many factors and you need to take care of each of them. And if you are on the right track, if you're keeping count of your calories properly, if you're taking proper sleep, if you're drinking a lot of water, you will eventually see your weight go down. And I would like to conclude and reassure you by saying that calorie in and calorie out is not a mythical concept. It is very much real, and if you really want to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. But keep in mind that calorie deficit is way more than you might have initially thought. I hope you find this information helpful. I share things about health, fitness and wellness, and if you are into that kind of stuff, please consider subscribing. Also, leave a like and a comment, and please do not forget to ring that bell icon so you can get notified every time I post. That will be all for today, and now I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye!